What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy CamATL. Shout out to the DFS squad. Shout out to everybody watching this video right now. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys for joining me as always. As you guys know, during the NFL season, beginning of the week, about Mondays, I will put my first look lineup, which, by the way, if you haven't seen the first look lineup video yet, that is on my channel. Go check that out. This is going to be for the Thursday night showdown slate, the official beginning of the NFL season, the beginning of week one, the beginning of getting all the money, the beginning of greatness, okay. But anyways, it's a great season. Super excited to get into it, all that good stuff. Now let's get into it. Now, as you guys know, for the showdown, I pretty much just break down all the players that I'm interested in, kind of give you a few core players, stuff like that, and get you on your way. Greenlightdfs.com to join the squad. If you join the squad, by the way, the NFL Optimizer is going to be available on greenlightdfs.com today, Wednesday. All right, I am dropping this video. I'm recording it Tuesday. I'm dropping it Wednesday morning, so if I accidentally say Tuesday or something, just bear with me. I'm dropping this on Wednesday, so this is the day before the showdown. Today, you should be able to go to greenlightdfs.com, and if you join up for any of the packages, you will get access to the NFL Optimizer. Check that out. Have fun. All that good stuff. The Optimizer will only cover main slate, though. It's not going to cover showdown slates. All right, main slate NFL. Anyways, let's get straight into it. First things first. First thing I want to talk about, all right? Now, Damien Williams opted out from Kansas City, so that's going to give us some value here. Now, I get it. Clyde Hilaire is going to be the guy, okay? But there are rumors, there are talks going around that they would not be surprised. The coaching staff pretty much said, don't be surprised to see him and Daryl Williams split carries, all right? Do not be surprised to see that. Now, if we get Daryl Williams, let me pull up Daryl Williams. Daryl Williams, you know in these showdowns how important it is to get some value. Daryl Williams is only 2.7. Okay? And that's at the captain spot. Depends how you want to play it. Now, obviously, I'm wanting to get Patrick Mahomes, and I'm wanting to get Watson. All right, those are my two core plays that I want to get. This game should be a showdown. Both defenses are bad. This is where you really want to get the quarterbacks here, okay? I really like this game in general, showdown-wise, and I definitely want the quarterbacks. So I will be going Watson, Mahomes. Mahomes is my favorite between the two. Do you have to go one of them at captain? You don't have to. Okay, it is interesting to possibly spend down for a guy like Damien Williams. Daryl Williams. Now I understand going Daryl Williams at your captain spot at 2.7. Cam, you're starting off the season wild. I get you, okay, but you got to understand the situation here. If in fact, which I do understand this reasoning, I understand that Hilaire, look, is going to be your guy. But at the end of the day, Clyde is a rookie. You don't want to just throw him out there and give him 25 touches. You want to kind of ease him into the NFL speed. Okay, the speed of things is much different in the NFL than college. Okay, so at the end of the day, you kind of want to ease these guys in. Ease them in comfortably. So don't be surprised to see a split in carries here. Now, to top it off, Daryl Williams is the better pass blocking running back in general. So he's going to be out there anyways. Add on him splitting touches. I think Daryl Williams is a solid option, especially if Daryl can get in the end zone here. At 2.7, he's the best value on this entire slate, and I'm probably going to get some exposure to him. Plain and simple. I mean, you don't have to go with him at captain, but plain and simple, he's my favorite value option. Now, when it comes to favorite plays in general, Mahomes and Watson, obviously, those are the two guys. I don't really need to explain myself with that. Those are the two guys you really want a ton of exposure to. Another guy that I'm going to have a ton of exposure to is Will Fuller. I'm going to lock him in my core. Let me put him here. I don't want him at the captain, but I do want Will Fuller here. Now, they lost DeAndre Hopkins. That's a huge loss for Houston. That's a huge upgrade for Will Fuller. Now, I get it. Defenses are going to be kind of zoning into Will Fuller. Houston doesn't have a bunch of other targets. But at the end of the day, Will Fuller's going to be getting like Hopkins type of targets here, all right? And Fuller is a guy who every time he has gotten Hopkins type of targets, he has shown out. Will Fuller is 8K. Love this matchup against Kansas City's weak secondary. Kansas City's going to be scoring with these. Houston should be down majority of this game, having to air it out. I love the combination of Deshaun Watson paired up with Will Fuller. Will Fuller is one of my core plays. On top of that, I'll go ahead and just lock my other cores. These guys are cores, man. Oh, not Tyreek. I like Watson over Tyreek for sure. All right, this is my core. Fuller, Mahomes, Watson. Love the value of Daryl Williams. Now let's talk more about some other options we have here. All right, let's talk about in the flex position. All right, now one of the additions that Houston made, and it's a solid addition, honestly, in my opinion. I've always been a fan of this guy, and it's Randall Cobb. He's a good possession receiver. He's good at running those short little routes and doing his thing. All right, he started getting some decent targets at the end of last year, but that was with a different team, obviously. Now, the best part here is, honestly, the way I love to play this showdown is get exposure to the Houston pass game because they're going to be behind and they're going to be airing it out. And Randall Cobb can end up being a fantastic play here. All right, don't sleep on the fact that Brandon Cooks is also here, but he has been dealing with an injury this whole time. Okay, so it doesn't really take me off Will Fuller. It doesn't really bother me too much with Randall Cobb, but just keep an eye out. Brandon Cooks has been dealing with an issue. Okay, he has been limited the entire through camp. They're expecting him to be in this game, but keep an eye on it, obviously. Especially if Brandon Cooks misses, Randall Cobb will be a fantastic option at 4-2. And either way, I like Randall because, like I said, the pass game for Houston is very interesting. Speaking of the pass game for Houston, I know they have David Johnson, but what about Duke? Duke Johnson has been every team he has gone to, he has been a staple in the pass game. Okay, this dude, plain and simple, he's a solid catching running back. And in this game, in the type of game that I think this will be Houston down, throwing a lot. I think there's a lot of merit for going to Deshaun Watson and targeting any type of pass-catching guy on Houston. Plain and simple. Okay? Another way that you could go for flex. All right, let's talk about it. Let's go ahead and pull up some more targets for Watson because there's plenty of ways you could go here. Fells, another cheap option at 4-4. I mean, look. They have Kenny Stills, they have Fells, they have Duke Johnson, they got Randall Cobb, they've got Brandon Cooks, they've got David Johnson. They've got some solid weapons in the pass game. At the end of the day, the main guy is going to be Will Fuller. You got to understand, Watson and Fuller already have a connection. All right, when I won 70,000 week 5 last season, guess who I had? Watson paired with Fuller. And once again, it just seems right to start this season off with a bang out of Watson and Fuller. So Watson and Fuller, but yeah, I like Fells as a solid cheap option on that team. Duke Johnson, and I like Randall Cobb as solid cheap options as well. Let's talk about the Kansas City side. Now the first go-to is going to be Patrick Mahomes. I'm not interested in going Hilaire at that price at 8-8 with the concerns of him splitting touches. I prefer Daryl Williams like I've talked about. Really love that Daryl Williams kid. Obviously, Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce are both playable. All right? Both of these guys are playable. All right? But at the end of the day, you're not sure 100% which one it's going to be. That's number one. And number two, I would prefer Mahomes is more of a spread it around quarterback. He doesn't focus solely on one guy. So having Mahomes doesn't necessarily mean you have to pair him up with a bunch of guys. You can pair him up with Daryl Williams. That's completely fine. Daryl Williams can catch some passes. Daryl Williams could get the run in while Mahomes is getting some passes to Kelce. And you know what I'm saying? So you can spread it around. You don't necessarily have to get one of these guys in Kelce or Tyreek Hill. But so, yeah, Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, Kelce and Tyreek are fine plays. I like Sammy Watkins' price at 5-8. Especially if this game does stay really close and Kansas City's having to throw it the entire game and not being able to get up big and run it a lot. That's kind of where I see it. I see Mahomes getting the team up big. Solid at least, maybe a touchdown or two. I'd say 2 touchdowns. 1 touchdown isn't enough to stop throwing the ball. I'd say 2 touchdowns. Houston's trying their hardest to throw it to keep up, and you're seeing a lot of run game out of Kansas City. But Sammy Watkins is a solid price here at 5-8. He's a solid option. And that's about it, man. I've talked about pretty much all the guys my core is Will Fuller, Patrick Mahomes, and Watson instead of Fuller. You can definitely say that Williams might be one of my guys. I mean, because honestly, and maybe I'm tripping. Sorry, not Williams. What was his name? I was just talking about him. Yeah, it is Williams. Daryl Williams. Daryl Williams at 2-7. All right. One of my favorite plays on the slate. In my opinion, you play Mahomes and Watson together on the slate. They have the most upside out of any player on the slate, both of them. This game should be a shootout. So, yeah, there you go. Mahomes, Watson, Damien Williams. Not Damian, Daryl. I keep calling him Damian. Damian opted out, which is why we like Daryl. And Hilaire's going to be kind of slowed into NFL's, speed. So they should be splitting carries. At least that's what's expected to happen. So it's a great slate to start it out, man. Good luck. I hope you guys kill it. You can go either one of these dudes, whatever. But yeah, you can go Damian. Don't sleep. I said it again. You can go Daryl Williams at captain. Don't be afraid to play around with things. You want to be different. Okay? On Showdown slates, it's only one game. It's all about really getting different and building your lineup different than anybody else will. So I'm telling you, from my standpoint, don't listen to anybody that tells you that you can't go anybody but like Mahomes, Watson, or something, some big player at captain. You can definitely go Daryl Williams in this situation and take a chance at a lower-owned guy at captain where if Daryl ends up somehow being the under-the-radar guy, ends up getting a few touchdowns or even a touchdown, you're going to be sitting pretty here. So I really love it. Thank you guys for joining me as always, man. Hopefully I was able to get you on the right track. Good luck, everybody. GreenlightDFS.com. Join the squad. Peace. I'm out.